The Yorkshire Coastcast with Paddy. Loving life in Yorkshire. The people, the places.
Hello and welcome to episode 67.
This is the cast.
Coming up, it's Whitby's 60's Music Festival this weekend. Steve Ellis, famous for hits with Love Affair, is on shortly. Also, the Moorland Railway is back this weekend and they're raising money for the Samaritans. And my breakfast show is live at Bridlington Spa Business Day this week. We'll talk a bit about that and also how you can come and see us this weekend as well at Playdale Farm for their 20th birthday celebrations. We'll also have a look at some of the other events on up and down the Yorkshire coast in the next few days and weeks. The Yorkshire Coastcast podcast is available wherever you get your podcasts from. Apple, YouTube, Spotify. It's always on our website and app. And you can also get your smart speaker to play the latest episode of the Yorkshire Coastcast podcast. And make sure you tune into the main station as well. We're on DAB, digital radio across much of Yorkshire and all of Lincolnshire. We're also online, on our app, on smart speaker, on Roku TV, basically everywhere we can be. We'll start then with Steve Ellis. Welcome. So it's the Whitby 60's Festival this weekend. You're a part of it and you have been for a number of years.
Yeah, Chris Wood, bless him, is the promoter. He's a smashing fella, puts a lot of work into it all. And he's just a really, really nice guy, you know, to work with. And there's lots of bands on. I know Vanity Fair are on because they're my go-to band that help me. They back me up. They're great lads. Great players. Every year, loads of people come for the weekend and we have a ball. People are great. They sort of love the music of the 60s. I make new records and everything as well, of course. But 60s is good.
Well, it's a fantastic era. Lots of people get very nostalgic about it. Whether they were around in the 60s or not, it's just an iconic era of culture, fashion, and of course music. And when people say they don't make it like they used to, they're kind of right, aren't they, when you think back to music from the 60s?
Oh, they're very right. I've been doing this since I was 15, right? So that's a long time. And now what worries me is this AI. I heard this record the other day and I thought, what a fantastic voice. What a fantastic song record. Brilliant. And then I found out it was AI and I thought, I don't believe this.
Yeah.
Is this what it's coming to? Are we going to have no more bands, no more young bands coming through? Or are we going to, is the music industry spun on its head so bad now that they're going to manufacture records? I don't know.
It's a scary thought. It's similar in the radio industry as well. I mean, there's nothing stopping me having a day off and asking AI to basically do a radio show for me as my voice, and it would probably do a better job. There'd be less mistakes, Whatever AI does and can do, it wouldn't be able to put on a festival like this weekend, would it?
No, I mean, I suppose the only analogy I can think of was some years, 3-4 years ago, I guess, something like that. I had a record out on Sony, but I've been with Sony for years, since I was a kid. Anyway, guy phones me up. He says, and I know him, I've worked with him for a long time, and he says, do you want to do the O2? And I said, what is it? And he said, you'll be supporting Roy Orbison. And I said, well, that's not possible, mate. He said, no, it's a hologram. I said, hang on a minute. I said, look, I'll tell you what, it's Friday, right? Let me have the weekend to think about this one. So he's got a hologram with an orchestra.
Wow.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And I just thought, what the hell is going on?
Yeah.
So anyway, on the Monday, I phoned him up. I said, do you know what? I said, I really appreciate all the effort you're putting in and everything, but I can't do it. I said, it's just too strange. It's so strange, I'm going to walk up and say, how you doing, Roy? I mean, he's a legend, the man, I don't know, maybe I'm getting too old for all this game, but it worries me.
Well, we know there's not going to be a Steve Ellis hologram in Whitby on Saturday. The great thing about Whitby is it is pretty synonymous actually with the 60s, because of course just up the road in Goathland you've had Heartbeat, which was massive and it still brings loads of visitors. So when it comes to the 60s, lots of people associate the area really, the North York Moors, Goathland, Whitby with that era.
I love Whitby. I think it's a beautiful place, absolutely beautiful place, and it's like a time capsule. I didn't know that, what you just said, though. I know that Nick, what is his name?
Nick Berry.
Nick Berry, yeah, he lived down the road from me in a posh house. He's obviously got paid too much, but there we are.
Yeah.
Now, I'm really looking forward to Whitby. I love Whitby, and the people are great, you know. And like you say, it's cross-generation. I'll be honest, it always has been. I mean, when I was doing big 30, 40 date tours up until, I don't know, two years ago. I mean, you look out and there'd be kids like 16, right across to people that are 18, you know. I mean, there were two people down the front one night in Oxford. They're in the front row and right in front of me and they're nodding and then hanging on the floor. And I looked at them and I thought, why aren't they looking at the stage? And then I twigged and I thought, they're obviously, they couldn't hear, basically. They could hear the booms and the bangs and everything else and the twangs. I gave them a big up. I just thought, how wonderful that two people would actually come to a venue and not stop them doing that. And they were very old, you know. But I mean, we don't get Beatlemania. maybe 60 years ago we did, but we don't get it now.
Yeah. as well as obviously going back to the 60s, which we're talking about. I mean, like you say, you have been very active, haven't you? You've been releasing stuff over the years, throughout the decades. How has you, as a musician, evolved in that time?
You just keep doing what you keep doing, and you hope that someone latches onto it. And you know, the sales have been all right. I'm not going to be number one, top of the pops and all the rest of it. I don't expect to be. But the sales have been all right. You know, and people come up and they say, oh, I love that album and I love that track. And as long as people like it, you got to keep doing it. I've just done another new album, just finished that, to see what happens with that, you know. It's what you do. It's my job. I don't believe in getting all deluded over this music stuff. You know, people get carried away with themselves, and it irritates me. I cannot understand why people run away with their egos. We've all got the same functions, and people are people. You know, I just like playing live. And I like making records. I love music. I mean, music is sort of a worldwide connection, you know. You could make a song in Whitby and somebody in Africa will like it. You know what I mean? It's like universal. Everybody loves music.
I think musicians especially, they can't let go of it, can they? My dad was a concert pianist and, you know, he played, he actually got cancer. He was still doing concerts up to 2 weeks before he passed away. The point is, though, when it's in your blood like that, you can't really let go of it, can you? It's fortunately, you know, for a lot of people, they can still keep doing it throughout their lives as well. Writing music, performing music, hopefully as well, and not letting go. And that is the beauty of being a musician.
Well, yeah, I'm sorry to hear about that. And you know, I think very strong-willed man, you know. He played the notes, but not necessarily in the right order.
My dad always used to say a funny story, actually. People would come up to him at the end of a concert and say, oh, that was really good, but I did hear a couple of wrong notes there. And his answer to that was, you know, because he'd been playing for an hour, you know, a full classical concert. And he'd say, well, so you heard a couple of wrong notes, but what about all the millions of right notes that I played? And that would always shut them up. So what he always did to show up. Yeah.
There's always got to be a smart boy, isn't there?
Yeah.
There's always a smart.
Yeah, there is.
I wasn't shocked. I saw a news flash I got like a thing on my phone about music, obviously, and boxing and stuff like that. And a flash come up. It says, Frankie Valli, you know, Frankie Valli in 4 Seasons, obviously you do, Paddy. He's cancelling the rest of his tour for health reasons. And then I thought, oh, that's a shame, you know, he's great and he's made some fabulous records. I Love the Night, it's sort of a bit of a Northern Soul classic. But he's made some great records, you know. And then I read down a bit, and he's in 92. He's 92 years old. What the hell is he doing?
Yeah.
Well, he should be sitting in the garden in New Jersey in a deck chair, enjoying the rest of the sunshine. I don't know. It gets in your bones.
Yeah.
And that's what you do, you know.
Of course, yeah. Are you still close to any of the other big names and icons from that era? I know you've had quite a few well-known friends, haven't you, over the years from that era? Yeah,
the trouble is, I guess, it's a bit like Ships in the Night I'm played with. Was he 16, 17? Played with the Rolling Stones at Wembley. Paul Weller's a good mate of mine, very good mate of 40 years. Paul McCartney, when the Beatles broke up, formed a band called Wings. Got invited to the press at reception, and I'm sitting talking to him, and he's cadging fags off me. Hey Steve, give us a fag, give us a tab, and we just got on like normal. But it's just normal. He's just a normal man, you know. Why wouldn't he be? I mean, after all he's been through, he's entitled to be, you know, arrogant if he's not entitled to be, but I mean he could be if he wanted. But nice, sweet guy, a nice guy, you know.
Yeah.
And the boy did all right. He done all right, you know. None of us getting any younger, and it's sad you lose some of your best mates along, like Terry Reid. I don't know if you heard of Terry.
Yeah.
Terry was a fantastic singer. We were going to get a band together, but my mum vetoed it.
Really?
Because she said, no, he smokes them funny cigarettes. I said, oh, come on, leave it out, Mum. I'll do it if I want to do it, you know.
Oh, brilliant.
But Paul Weller's been a constant 40 years. I used to be big pals with Roger Daltrey for a lot of years. I lived next door to him in a cottage. He moved down to Sussex from London, and we were best buds. And he just said, there's a little cottage next door. He said, you do it up and you can live there. And I went, okay, mate, that'll do me.
Yeah.
So I went and lived in the country for a couple of years. There was nothing to do except play music, which was probably extremely good, obviously. Then sort of as the years rolled by, we stayed mates a lot of the years. And then the Who sort of exploded. Keith died. That broke my heart. Keith was a lovely guy. Do anything to make you laugh. And then so it took years rolled by, and I didn't see so much of him because he got busy. He was in America a lot. And he was doing Teenage Cancer Trust, which is brilliant. So we sort of lost touch a bit. I texted him the other night, how you doing, you know. I wouldn't say that most of my mates are, to be truthful with you, most of my mates are just like builders and plumbers. And things.
Yeah.
I go to bed with Horlicks about 10 o'clock, you know.
Yeah.
No, I don't really. I don't.
What will your set be like then in Whitby? What can we expect you to perform?
Obviously, people want to hear the love affair stuff, which I always do. At one point, I didn't want to do it, and I formed another band and didn't do it. And I don't know, I thought, well, people pay good money to come and see me, then they're entitled to hear what they want on that level, you know. So yeah, you hear them. We do some soul. We do some northern soul. We do a bit of everything really, except jazz.
Yeah, I sometimes do the wedding discos, and you know it's a bit of a joke really for DJs. But whatever happens, whatever music you're playing, whatever crowd is in there, there's always someone that comes up and just says, "Can you put on some northern soul, please?"
I did maybe 6 months or more with a northern soul band. You know, a big sort of 12, 14 piece. Band, great band, you know. We did some good nights. We had some great nights, you know. Only trouble is I'm trying to remember all these words.
Yeah.
But as a constant, and I don't give a damn what anybody says about a cliche, I've been doing this number for, I don't know, 15 years at least, is Do I Love You? Indeed I Do. Because it's a great number.
Yeah.
Fantastic number. I don't always get the audience singing along. I've always done that, but I mean, there's 1,000,001 northern soul tracks that are great. What's your favourite northern soul track?
Oh, well, the one you just mentioned, I do really like that one actually. You know, Do I Love You? Yeah, when I'm thinking of the songs that get asked for the most. Yeah. It is, you know, obviously your Frankie Valli, the Four Seasons. You know, The Snake is another one that people ask for from that era as well.
Yeah, I don't get that one, Paddy. I just don't get that one.
You think of Northern Soul, you think of Whitby and the Yorkshire coast as well because of the various festivals. And like you say, it's kind of like going back in time in some ways, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, yeah, and funnily enough, Chris Wood, top man, he keeps his light under a bushel, whatever they call it. And he used to be a bit of a Northern Soul DJ back in the day.
Yeah.
So there you are. What about that? Because whenever I go up there, which is a long way, my God Almighty, what? I mean, it couldn't be further.
No,
you know,
not really.
Going to be in Scotland. So he always gives me a little present, and it's always a little Northern Soul thing, you know. Got a T-shirt for me, reckons, in his wardrobe, so I'll make sure he gives it to me.
Yeah, you must do. Will you have time to enjoy Whitby?
Yeah, I will have a couple of days up there because it's too stupid. Once upon a time, used to go up there and come back. And then I thought, what am I doing? Killing myself?
Yeah.
You know, it's too much. It's sort of 7 hours, you know. It's one hell of a drive. But it's beautiful. I don't know where it is, but you go over, and I know you'll know, Paddy, you go over this kind of hump and it sort of comes back on itself really high. And then on the right-hand side, there's this kind of power station or something.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
As soon as you started talking, I knew exactly where you meant. You're talking about the whole of Horsham on the left. So this is where you come up onto the North York Moors on the A169. There's this big bowl to the left, and then you drop down the hill, and you get this great view of the North York Moors. And that building on the right is actually RAF Fylingdales, where they, where they make sure there's no missiles being fired our way. So that's what that place is.
Oh, Walter, thank you very much for the information. Because we've been trying to fathom out what it is for donkey's years.
Yeah.
We thought it was a power station. We thought it was some sort of power station.
No, RAF Fylingdales. Wow. Yeah. So they're keeping the skies safe, hopefully.
The world's gone mad, isn't it?
In fact, last time we were up there, there's a car park at the top there as well. This Ministry of Defence police car came round the corner, and the guys got out and they said, "You're not flying a drone, are you?" I said, no. And they said, have you got a drone in your bag? I said, no. You have a look if you want. So I don't know whether someone had been flying a drone, but yes, it's very desolate up there, but there's lots of public footpaths around RAF Fylingdales. So if you're ever wandering around there, they're always keeping an eye on you.
I don't think I will have time. I don't think I'll have time. Let me tell you a very quick one. Way back 20 years probably, when I had a bad accident back in the 80s, and I got over it, and I thought, right, that's it, get back on the road. My mates just get back on the road. So anyway, we played in a place called Dunoon in Scotland.
Right.
And on the way up, it was winter, freezing cold. We broke down on the Adrian's Wall somewhere. No, I have no idea where. AA came along, fantastic, sorted us out, went hurtling along. When we get to this place, it's a ferry. You have to get a ferry to Dunoon.
Right.
We weren't aware of that. And the ferry was pulling out. The ferry consisted of what I would basically call a lump of door with chains around it with about 6 cars on. So I thought, what? This is mad. So I waved at the bloke because he was pulling out. He said, this is last ferry. And he was about 15 foot out. I said, look, mate, please. He turned around, bless him, and we got on. And we got about halfway across. And the stretch is about, I don't know how wide it would be, 500-600 yards. I don't know.
Yeah. Not
very wide. And we got about halfway across. And we're all standing on the deck thing. And there was this great big wash. Like, what the hell is that, you know? And out of the water came a nuclear submarine.
No way.
I swear to you, man. And it was like rocking the water, and it just came up like a big whale. It was bizarre.
Amazing.
It was all hanging on the chains and everything.
You must have looked suspicious getting on that boat. You must have looked suspicious. They must have thought, we need to check him out. What's going on with this lot?
It was only when the torpedoes started coming, got a bit worried.
Super stuff. Steve, it's been brilliant speaking to you. Thank you so much for giving us your time. I know it's going to be an amazing weekend at the Whitby 60'S Festival. Some amazing acts, some big tribute acts as well, some of the best in the business, and the real deal like yourself as well. Hope it's a wonderful weekend.
Bless you, Paddy. Thanks. Lovely talking to you.
Yeah, enjoy the weekend.
Have a lovely day.
Yeah.
Thanks for your time. Bless you, mate. Ta-ra, Paddy.
The Yorkshire Coastcast, loving life in Yorkshire. The people, the places. This is The Coast.
Huge thanks to Steve there, lovely fella, and it's going to be great seeing him on stage performing all those fantastic hits, including Everlasting Love at the Whitby 60'S Festival. Some great other acts on stage too, and you can get your tickets online or direct from the pavilion. Right, next, the Moorland Railway is back at Staintondale this Sunday, first Sunday of every month during the summer season. Lisa Williams from the Moorland Railway joins us now. And, of course, last month you had to change the date last minute. How did it go after the weather postponed the Sunday?
It was great, and I think mostly thanks to you guys, to be honest, putting the correction out there. The weather was so bad on the Sunday. We switched it to the Monday, and it was a beautiful day, and car park was full. It was lovely, really busy day. And we raised over £600 for the Yorkshire Coast Dog Rescue Charity. So really good. So thank you for that.
No problem at all. I know how bad the weather was because we were doing the Wake Walk in that awful cold, wet weather that you talk about.
Yeah, it was horrible.
Yeah. Right, so this Sunday, Moorland Railway is back. Firstly, tell us who you're raising money for this time.
It's for the Samaritans. Fabulous team of people come along on the Sunday, and it's lovely because they are all Samaritan trained people. They'll all be here to talk to people as well as discuss what Samaritans do. But they're there with a listening ear for the afternoon as well, which is lovely. So.
Yeah, that is nice, that, isn't it? That's good to know. Because I think all of us do go through stuff, and a lot of us actually keep it to ourselves, don't we?
I think so, yes. And I think if you've just got somebody that's wandering around a garden that you can just, link up with, have a chat. They did it last year and it was so successful. So many people that had lost somebody dear to them, etc., were able to have a chat to them. So it was really useful, really nice. And we're raising money for them as well. So it's hopefully a win-win situation.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. So, as always, just tell us about what you've got there for people who haven't been before.
Well, we've got a lovely garden that we've been working very hard on, and we sell lots of cakes and tea and coffee, and we have a tombola, but most of all we have all the trains running throughout the afternoon, so you just hop on and off, just leaving a donation in the bucket. So it should be a good day. We'll just, if it rains, we'll still have tea and coffee, and we'll run trains as often as we can in between the showers. So we've just got to crack on. We've got such a wonderful team of supporters, helpers that are they're actually on their way here today and tomorrow to help get set up. But if there's anybody out there that fancies joining our team of volunteers, we'd be delighted to hear from people. We've got ages from 18 to 80 plus here, from all walks of life. And if anybody would just like to come along, you don't have to be railway mad or know anything about trains. You just need to enjoy being out in the fresh air, and we can teach you all that we know.
Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds good. Well, we're hoping to pop up this Sunday. Like I say, we couldn't do it last time, despite the reschedule. I think we were asleep all day actually in a hotel room, and we just didn't wake up.
Finding your way home, I should think.
Yeah,
in that weather.
yeah. Well, actually, we were talking about incorporating visiting as part of a walk sort of between Whitby and Scarborough this weekend. So because normally when we turn up, we've been doing a kids' disco and we're wearing funny coloured socks and all that. So you wouldn't expect us to be in normal clothes, so maybe we'll be in walking gear.
Wow, we'll not recognise you.
No, I know indeed, yeah. But what a great place it is, and for those who haven't been there, it is easy to find. You're up the top of a narrow lane, but there's a big field to park in, and you put the flags out, don't you? The ribbons out.
We do. We put the ribbons out. We used to do balloons, but we think it's more environmentally friendly that we put ribbons out every time, and they stay all year round on the posts. Yeah. All the roads are reopened now. They've been resurfacing all the roads all through Statendale and Ravenscar. They seem to have finished a day early, which is great news. So we're just about to put all our signs out today now, rather than at the beginning of the week. And then all the ribbons go out at the weekend. And from the A171, from that direction, from the Falcon, and from Cloughton End, we put the ribbons. Just follow the ribbons.
Yeah,
find us.
Super duper. And with your other hat on, how's things going with the Esk Valley Railway at the minute?
Really good, actually, thank you. Thanks in part to tremendous support from our local MP, Alison Hume. She's really fighting our case. She was in Westminster Hall yesterday, and she gave a speech about rural lines, about the Esk Valley line. So that was really useful. And we had a whole day at York Station giving out information on the Esk Valley line as well. We had our Forget-Me-Not train on Songs of Praise last week before last, which was really useful. So yeah, it's all fairly positive. We're fighting for 8 trains in 28.
Right,
is our mantra. So that's our next goal. So
yeah, and that new early morning service then, is that still going well?
It is. Northern had a few challenges with trains breaking down, unfortunately, but we'll continue to promote it, and we'll hope for new trains before too long, or refurbished trains, obviously. Yeah. But, yes. Yeah, it's all positive.
All right, fantastic. All right, well, thank you for your time. I hope Sunday goes well. We'll see you there.
Okay, we'll look forward to seeing you, Paddy. Thank you very much.
Save us a scone. They're delicious.
Oh, we will.
The Yorkshire Coastcast. Loving life in Yorkshire.
Thank Thank you to Lisa Williams. You're listening to episode 67 of the Yorkshire Coast Cast podcast, and we're recording this on Thursday the 4th of June in the afternoon. So tomorrow morning, as we record this, Friday 5th of June, I'm going to be doing my Paddy in the Morning breakfast show live from Bridlington Spa's Royal Hall. Now, last year, we went along to the business day for the first time, and it was amazing. Piers Morgan was the key speaker, and he was interviewed on stage in the theatre by Giles Brandreth, who will be back this year as well, hosting everything, and he's great, is Giles. You'll definitely have seen him on the telly lots and lots over the years. This year we've got Baroness Gray Thompson as the keynote speaker. Other speakers include Eddie Scott, the restaurateur and MasterChef winner, and also Amy Wilcock, manager at the Water Priory Estate Shoot Office. There'll be lots of networking and all sorts of stuff going on, and it is a ticket-only event, but we will be giving you a flavour of what is going on and the people who are there during the breakfast show tomorrow morning. Can't wait. I mean, they always do an incredible job of completely transforming the Royal Hall in Brid at the Spa into something incredible. It was like a countryside scene last time with trees everywhere and fake grass and all sorts of stuff. It's incredible. So we get a load of photos and videos on social media as well. And then on Saturday, we are taking the broadcast booth to Playdale Farm near Caton for their 20th birthday celebration. Now, we spoke to the guys at Playdale Farm on the last episode 66 of the Yorkshire Coast Cast podcast. So we go into detail all about the attraction and what they're doing to celebrate the 20th birthday. Here's a couple of snippets from that interview. Firstly, here's Megan and Poppy telling us what Playdale Farm is all about, just in case you haven't been.
We're a family business at the heart of it, and our aim is to have really nice days out for families with kids. So, we've got loads of animals to pet and feed and handle, as well as tons of play areas.
We've got go-karts, we've got frisbee golf, summer sledge, zip wires, we've got an indoor soft play area. Lots of outdoor wood and climbing frames as well, and a straw barn, which the kids are always obsessed with, spend a lot of time in there.
Love the cock-a-doodle-doo in the background. And here's Megan and Jackie, who's their mum, next, talking about what is actually happening this weekend, this Saturday, for their 20th birthday celebration.
We're going to have a lot of extras on the day. We've got a bouncy slide coming. We've got face painters. We've decided to dig our barrel train ride out again. That's called the Ladybug Ride. We haven't had that out for a couple of years, so we've dusted that off and we'll be driving that around the paddock all day.
All the children that are coming on the 6th of June as well, from a year old upwards, are going to get a special commemorative cuddly toy, which is a gift from us. They won't be able to buy it any other time. It's specially for that day, and it's got a little ribbon on saying Playdale Farm Park 20 years on it. So it's something that they'll be able to keep forever, and it's only because they'll have been here on that day.
So that's this Saturday, the 6th of June, and we're going to be there from 10. That's when the doors open, actually. We'll be there for a couple of hours in the morning. Come along and enjoy everything that Playdale Farm has to offer. It's near Caton, lots of parking there, and there's all that extra stuff going on as well to celebrate their 20th birthday. It's a great day to bring the family along with all that unique stuff going on. Another event that is happening this weekend that you might have tickets for is the Rainbow Ball. This is a huge charity ball at Scarborough Spa, raising money for the Rainbow Centre. And I am going to be hosting that on Saturday night. If you've got a ticket, I'll be doing the hosting and also being auctioneer as well for the big auction. There's some amazing lots to be auctioned. Last year they raised £20,000 for the Rainbow Centre. Hopefully we'll equal or maybe even better that. So really looking forward to that on Saturday night. I know there's a whole load of people who've got tables booked, which in itself is going to be a huge fundraiser for the Rainbow Centre. And of course this year, me and the other half are doing a rainbow of challenges, which is 7 challenges, one for each colour of the rainbow, in 7 months. We've already done the lightweight walk, we've done the Yorkshire Three Peaks, and imminently we're going to be announcing our next challenge. In fact, listen out on Friday's Paddy in the Morning, live from Bridlington Spa, to find out more about that. And also we'll be bringing you news of an amazing anonymous donation as well to our cause. So listen out for that. We'll also be announcing it on the stage at the Rainbow Ball on Saturday night at Scarborough Spa. If you've got your tickets, I'm very much looking forward to seeing you there. Right, just before we wrap things up, we've just launched this in the last few days on This Is the Coast.
This is the Coast's Excellent Teacher Awards with Fostering North Yorkshire, where foster homes are more than a place to stay.
So as we fastly approach the summer holidays, we're into that final half a term, aren't we? Yeah, the kids break up next month. Amazing, for the summer holidays. So what we want to do is shine a spotlight on the best teachers and teaching assistants here on the Yorkshire coast with our Excellent Teacher Awards. So in a few weeks' time, I'm going to be rocking up at schools, bursting into classrooms and surprising teaching staff with an Excellent Teacher Award. We've got 5 to give out. Now, we always get loads of nominations, which is brilliant. So what we want you to do is nominate, your child's teacher or teaching assistant. Really do go into detail about why they deserve to win an Excellent Teacher Award with Fostering North Yorkshire. You need to make sure your entry stands out as much as possible. So if you are so happy that your child has had their teacher or maybe their teaching assistant in these last however many months it's been since they went back to school in September, please nominate them and then we could be surprising them. Just click features at thisisthecoast.co.uk.
This is the Coast's Excellent Teacher Awards with Fostering North Yorkshire, where foster homes are more than a place to stay.
Well, that's just about it for episode 67 of the Yorkshire Coastcast podcast. Thank you so much for listening.
The Yorkshire Coastcast. The people, the places.
And don't forget to subscribe wherever you get your podcast from, and then you'll be notified every time a new episode drops. Thanks for listening.
The Yorkshire Coastcast.
Loving